Good morning. It is my great honor to speak at the 5th Conference on Library and Information Studies. My participation as a keynote speaker today began with Karen Natividad of the Lhasa University Library and her colleagues visiting the Korea University Library in February of this year. I would like to thank Karen for inviting me as a keynote speaker. I am not a professional librarian like you. I'm a sociologist studying international migration, diaspora, and immigration policy. Previously, I worked as a director of the Korea University Press, and I have been working as the library director for 1 year. In Korean universities, the library director is a professor, and the deputy director is a professional librarian. This system has advantages and disadvantages, as I will explain later. However, there are some advantages to bring in leaders from outside to initiate new change and innovation to libraries. Today, I will introduce the current status, issues, and development plans of Korean university libraries. I believe that many of the social demands and challenges facing Korean university libraries also apply to Philippine university libraries. Next, I would like to introduce how our university library is responding to new environmental changes and social demands. Through this, I would like to discuss together how Korean and Philippine university libraries can redesign our libraries into more useful institutions for our universities and societies. Today's lecture will cover the following topics: environmental changes in university libraries, current status of Korean university libraries, Korean university libraries development plan, and our Korea University Library development plans. A library is a collection of sources of information and similar other resources. It is always a technology-determined institution. If we take transportation as an example, humans first moved loads by their own power, then built carts to pull them, then pulled carts by the power of oxen or horses, then built steam locomotives, then internal combustion engines, and now electric vehicles. It is the principle of efficiency that has led to changes in transportation. Something more efficient was chosen over something less efficient. Likewise, libraries have evolved in ways that make users more efficient. First, paper libraries, then electronic libraries, then online libraries using the internet, and now intelligent libraries using generative artificial intelligence. University libraries in many countries around the world are facing the following risks, opportunities, and demands. Risks include declining college enrollment due to a declining school-age population, declining university revenue and library budget, declining library staffing and expertise, and declining reading and library use. University libraries in Korea, in particular, have been experiencing severe financial difficulties due to a freeze on university tuition for the past 15 years, which has forced libraries to cut staff and freeze funding for material acquisition and space renovation. Opportunities include the expansion of lifelong learning, the development of a variety of educational technologies, and the increasing importance of world university rankings. As the world's major research universities increase their investments to improve their scores in the world university rankings, of which library evaluation is a part, we can demand the university authorities to increase their investments in library development. Demands are growing for university libraries to open their doors to the local community, not just to university members. And school authorities are demanding that libraries enhance their support services to help university members improve their research performance in order to get better scores on university evaluation. As international students become increasingly important to a school's rankings and revenues, there is a growing demand to provide library services tailored to their special circumstances and needs. As a smart response to the above environmental changes, I propose that university libraries should aim for creative library, intelligent library, connected library, and open library. The creative library utilizes the library's academic information resources to help users enhance their research capabilities and performance. The intelligent library employs various educational technologies to improve the efficiency of teaching and research. The connected library shares resources among university libraries and connects with the central and local governments and communities to bring external resources to the library. The open library expands its reach into the community beyond the campus and shares resources with local residents. Now, I will introduce the current status and issues of Korean university libraries. The information presented here is quoted from the Third University Library Development Comprehension Plan announced by the Korean Ministry of Education. The Korean Ministry of Education develops and implements a comprehensive plan for the promotion of university libraries every 5 years. The third plan will be implemented from 2024 to 2028, and here I will introduce the current status and development plans of Korean university libraries. First of all, if we look at the current status of Korean university libraries, the number of books in the library has been gradually increasing over the past 5 years, but compared to North American libraries, the number of books in Korean universities is very low. As a percentage of local university revenues, library materials acquisition expenditures have only increased by 0.8% over the 5 years, and acquisition expenditures per students are very low compared to North American universities. The top 10 university libraries in Korea spent $150 per student in 2023, which was only 31.4% of the $477 spent by North American university libraries. And while the acquisition expenditure of the top 10 universities in Korea increased by 13% from 2019 to 2023, the figure for North American university libraries increased by 38.8%. Meanwhile, as the demand for electronic materials increases, the proportion of electronic materials expenditures is increasing. Regarding library use, the number of books borrowed per student has been declining, decreasing by about half from 2019, but has been increasing since 2021 when the pandemic situation eased. However, the number of downloads of commercial databases of electronic materials has increased sharply in four-year or graduate universities since COVID-19. The number of full-time librarians continues to decline due to reduced investment in university libraries. On the other hand, the number of contract staff has been increasing, resulting in a decrease in expertise and work continuity. On the other hand, the number of hours of training per library staff increased significantly in 2022 due to the expansion of online training, but turned to decline in 2023. Based on the assessment of the current situation of Korean university libraries, the Korean Ministry of Education proposed the following tasks for the future. First, strengthening the foundation of future-oriented education and research support services. Second, building futuristic library construction and the space and innovation. Third, expanding joint purchasing and utilization of academic resources and free access among university libraries. Fourth, establishing mid to long-term university library development plans. With the digital transformation, convergent digital competency education has become important, but the support of university libraries for this is weak. User satisfaction with customized services for researchers, such as collecting and searching academic information resources and selecting appropriate journals, is low. Therefore, digital competency training for university members should be strengthened, and support for academic research information and customized research trend analysis services using artificial intelligence should be expanded. University libraries lack the space to diversify their functions and roles and preserve their collections. Also, remodeling to make libraries more user-friendly continues to be necessary, but there is a lack of funding and space for this. As solutions, we needed to reorganize the university library collection management system more efficiently and develop a shared archive model to address the shortage of archival space. In response to the digital transformation, university libraries needed to be transformed into digital-friendly complex spaces for learning, research, and relaxation. Despite the expansion of university licensing programs, the burden on individual libraries on license to electronic materials remains high, and regional disparities in academic database utilization persists. Also, there is a lack of government support for open access academic resources that are freely available to all users. As a solution, university licensing programs that support joint subscription to electronic materials should be expanded. In addition, support for open access to academic information resources should be expanded through university license projects on a national level. There is a lack of programs to build the expertise of library staff, which is essential to enable the new teaching and research support services in the age of digital transformation and AI. Declining investment in university libraries has resulted in a weak support base, including fewer librarians and the lack of support systems to encourage librarians to work autonomously and creatively. As a solution, we needed to strengthen on-the-job training by field and level to upgrade the university library services. Also, we needed to establish a foundation for sustainable development, such as protecting employment security, redesigning a more productive performance evaluation and compensation system. Once this foundation is established, library staff will be able to work more stably, autonomously, and creatively. In its third comprehensive plan for the development of university libraries, the Korean Ministry of Education has set a vision for Korean university libraries as everyone's university library that leads future-oriented education and research innovation. Creativity, sharing, innovation, and empathy are the core values that are pivotal to realizing this vision. There are 4 core values that university libraries should pursue. Creativity is the power of users to create new knowledge. Sharing is the sharing of academic information resources among libraries so that all university libraries can grow together. Innovation is the power to actively respond to environmental changes and initiate future-oriented education and research innovation. Empathy is to provide services that meet the needs of users and the university community. In particular, it is necessary to provide customized services for people with disabilities and international students so that they can use library resources and services without difficulty. Practical strategies to realize the above vision and the core values are as follows. First, providing education and research services to help everyone grow. Second, expanding network-type academic information resources to improve knowledge accessibility. Third, building a foundation for university libraries to prepare for a sustainable future. The first strategy plan is to provide education and research services that enable everyone to grow. Specific ways to achieve this plan include strengthening digital empowerment programs, supporting the effective and ethical use of generative artificial intelligence, enhancing literacy education and basic knowledge learning support, raising awareness of research ethics, and expanding customized services for various university members. The second strategy plan is to expand knowledge and its use. Concrete methods to realize this include expanding academic information resources and their joint use, spreading of open science policy, supporting open access publishing, and establishing a joint preservation system for academic information resources to address the shortage of archival space. The third strategic plan is to build a foundation for university libraries to prepare for a sustainable future. Specific ways to achieve this plan include strengthening library human resource expertise, innovating university library space, like creating user-friendly library facilities and space, and intelligent digital library, and improving university library policy base, like the University Library Evaluation System and the University Library Cooperation Governance System. Our library tries to take an all-around strategy of amplifying our strengths, minimizing our weaknesses, embracing social demands, and driving innovation. Korea University is a prestigious private university in Korea, founded in 1905 with donations from people across the country who believed in revitalizing the country through education. Korea University Library is Korea's first dedicated library building built with public donations in 1937. The strength of our library is that we have made a significant investment to create a state-of-the-art, user-friendly space in various locations of our branch libraries, applied the RFID system throughout campus, and provides a variety of services that enhance user convenience. As a result, our library has the highest user satisfaction among university institutions and was awarded by the Korean Ministry of Education as the best library for academic resource joint utilization last year. Above all, what is special about our library is that we have the largest collection of valuable, ancient, rare books in Korean university libraries, including 120,000 volumes and 20 national treasures. One of the national treasures our library possesses is the map of the National Beacon Mountains. This is a map showing the mountains where beacons were raised throughout the country in the late Joseon dynasty. Beacon towers were set up across the country to notify and prepare for foreign invasions, and their locations are shown on the map. I would like to make this map as an icon of the Korea University Library. If possible, I would like to make a model of this map in the library lobby and mark each beacon with a light to show visitors how it actually worked. If we consider the meaning of beacon towers from the perspective of connectivity, the role of the library can also be seen as a hub of connectivity that connects people and knowledge. However, the weakness of our library is that 6 branch libraries are dispersed in many places, making space utilization and management difficult. In addition, while many locations of the libraries have been remodeled with state-of-the-art facilities, others that have not been funded are still outdated and inconvenient for users. Another problem is that the budget and the professional staff are small compared to other competing universities. As pointed out earlier, the increasing ratio of contract staff is also a factor that reduces professionalism and work continuity. Our library's development plan is to make it a safe and pleasant library for users in terms of space, a rich and convenient library in terms of resources, and a sharing and creating library in terms of services. The vision that encompasses all of these objectives is set as to move beyond a knowledge warehouse to a knowledge powerhouse. Now, university libraries must move beyond being warehouses of knowledge and become powerhouses for sharing and creating knowledge. To create a safe and pleasant library, we are preparing the following measures, such as establishing the safety, accident prevention and response system, redesigning and improving library facilities, and improving the aesthetic environment of the library. For example, our library has signed an agreement with the Department of Media Art and Sculpture to exhibit graduating students' artwork in the library and to display donated artwork in the reading rooms, hallways, and lobbies. To create a rich and convenient library, we are expanding resources acquisition budget, supporting open access publication, and upgrading electronic resource management and services. Also, our library has entered into agreements with external academic institutions and government departments to collect materials in areas of growing social demand. For example, in April of this year, our library signed an agreement with the Migration Research and Training Center to receive donations of immigration-related materials. We are also working with the Ministry of Justice to collect immigration statistics and immigration policies to open an immigration resources corner in the library. To create a sharing and creating library, we regularly conduct academic and cultural activities and events, support clubs, societies, and project teams, and cooperate with local communities. For example, last month, our university library has signed an agreement with the Seongbuk Cultural Foundation and plans to hold events and programs like author talks and reading education for underprivileged youth in the local community. In closing, I would like to say that we are currently living in an age of universal intellectuals. During the Reformation, Martin Luther preached that all believers could communicate directly with God through the Bible, through the concept of universal priesthood. In the past, only a small elite monopolized knowledge, but now everyone is freely accessing and creating knowledge. In this era, we must constantly ask what the proper role of libraries and librarians is and seek solutions. One thing is certain: university libraries are no longer warehouses of knowledge, but should become spaces for sharing and creating knowledge. But where does this change and innovation come from? There are multiple answers to this question, but here I would like to emphasize the importance of the leader. The leader is responsible for setting the future direction by making wise judgments about the current situation, setting the vision and goals of the organization, sharing them with their members so that they can work together, and mobilizing available resources as much as possible. I hope that the people gathered here today demonstrate such leadership and strive to help the university library grow and develop to the next level. Thank you for your attention.